Hello guys, welcome to this presentation. If you are very new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe, like and share. I'm going to do something on a regular hexagon. I'm going to demonstrate on how you can construct a regular hexagon using two methods. The first method, I'm going to use a ruler, a protractor and a pair of compass to be able to construct the hexagon. So we have been told that construct a regular hexagon PQRSTU of side 5 centimeters. So it means each side of the hexagon is going to have a length of 5 centimeters. So I have already measured that length of 5 centimeters. So I'm just going to stand right here and make an arc towards the left hand side. I want to make an arc towards the left hand side. So this is the arc. I want to make an arc just like this. We have an arc there. I'm going to stand at one point of the arc, at any point of the arc, and then make another arc towards the right hand side. After that, remember these are 2 points. I'm going to join them using a very straight line. Just like this, a very straight line. Like this. Good. I'm going to label the line by saying this is point P, and then we have point Q on the other side. This is 5 centimeters. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stand at point Q and mark a length of 5 centimeters using the pair of compass. I have not changed the length. I'm going to mark like this to make an arc. And of course, now there is a certain information that is not being provided here, that has not been provided. So it is upon us to make sure that we have that information, the information of the angle. So we want to know each angle in this hexagon is going to take what proportion. So for us to know that, I will be forced to use the formula that says the sum. When you want to get the sum of interior angles, then you have to take n minus 2. You multiply the result by 180 degrees. N stands for the number of sides of a polygon. Like now in this case, we have got 6 sides. Hexagon simply means that there is a polygon of 6 equal sides. So if we put our 6 here and we take away 2, we are going to get 4. If we multiply 4 by 180 degrees, it's going to give us 720 degrees. So it simply means that the sum of these angles is going to be 720 degrees. So if we want to get it, an individual angle, then we have to divide this by 6, the sum by 6. It means that one angle is going to take a total of 120 degrees. So 120 degrees is what we're going to use after marking, making an arc. That is this arc is in fact the length from point Q all the way to point R is 5 centimeters. So our work is to use the protractor and make sure that we use this scale, the scale that is starting all the way from the left hand side, that is from 0 all the way to the right hand side. That is the scale that we're going to use. In other words, we are going to use the outer scale. So our 120 degrees is going to be, this is where we are going to have our 120 degrees. So let us mark that point where 120 degrees is. After doing that, we'll have to join that point. We'll have to join that point to point Q. We'll have to join that point to point Q. We join that to point Q. Let's do that. We are going to use a ruler and then align this to where we marked the point. And of course, make sure that the line is very straight. So I'm going to make sure that the line is very straight. Just like this. The length is 5 centimeters. We do the same thing. I will start at this point. This is point R. This is point R. I will start at point R. Using the same length, I will make another arc. I will make another arc. I will make another arc. Let me make another arc just like this. Just like this, another arc. Remember, the length from R all the way to S, it is going to be 5 centimeters. So the next thing is to stand at point. We stand at point R and align our protractor on this line. Make sure that the 90 is exactly at point R, and then we measure 120 degrees the same way we did. So the 120 degrees we are going to use is this one. Remember, we are using the outer scale. So this is the 120 degrees. This is where we have 120 degrees. The next thing that we're going to do is to join the line. Let us join this point. We join the point just like this. To join the point, make sure it's very straight. Just like that. And then of course we are going to label. We are going to label this point as point S. This is our point S. And of course, from this point S, we can go ahead and align our protractor like this on this point, of course, just like this, and measure 120 degrees. This is where 120 degrees is. Let us mark the point. Let us put a dot there. And of course, we are going to use our pair of compass. Make sure that the length is 5 centimeters. So let us mark 5 centimeters just like this. And then use our ruler. We are going to use our ruler. We are going to use our ruler. And then a straight line. Make a very straight line. Just like that. And then call this point T. This is our point T. This is our point T. And then of course we want to make point our point PQRST. Think we need to make point PQRSTUV. We need point V, by the way. I think there is something I omitted there. We need point U. we are going to make point U right here. We're going to use our pair of compass just like our protractor. We place our protractor right here on this line TS, and of course this is where we have our 90 degrees, and of course our 120 degrees is right here. This is our 120 degrees. We have marked that. Let us use our protractor stand at point T, using the same length, that is 5 centimeters. Let us make an arc just like this. Make an arc, and of course we are going to join these 2 points. We are going to join the 2 points, that is point we join point T to point U, point T to point U, point T to point U, just like this. Good, that's good. Now let's call this point U, and of course our last point is going to be point V, and of course if you are very keen, you discover that our arc will intersect with the first arc that is at point P. So we are just going to construct that and make sure that we have our 120 degrees. Let us measure the angle, 120 degrees should be right here. If you are very keen, you discover that it is just coming right there. So let us join the 2 points just like this. We are joining the 2 points and we are done. This is the hexagon I was talking about, and of course we have got this is PQRSTU, and of course you go back to point P. Point P, of course, is the starting point. This is the starting point. So I think we have PQRSTU. This is the first method whereby we use a ruler, a pair of compass, and a protractor. I want to believe that you have understood everything that I have explained. I want to move to the second method that is very easy. So I want to have the second method here, method 2. Method 2 is right here. Under this method, I am going to use a ruler and a pair of compass only, and pair of compass only, and pair of compass only, and pair of compass only. I'm going to use a ruler and a pair of compass only under this method. So let's see how it works out. Let's see how this method will behave. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to make an arc using the same measurement. I'm going to make an arc just like this. This is 5 centimeters, and of course I stand at the arc. On the arc that I have just made, I make another arc. I want to join the 2 points using a very straight line. Let me join the points using a straight line. Join the points using a straight line. Just like these. Very good. I will go ahead and label these as P, and of course we have our Q down here. This is 5 centimeters. This is 5 centimeters. This is 5 centimeters. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to bisect. Now that we know the proportion of each angle, I'm going to bisect the line PQ by standing at the point P, and then using the same length, I will make an arc above this line PQ, and then stand at point Q again, cross this first arc. There is a point where the two are going to meet, and in my presentation I have done videos on how to construct a circumscribed circle and inscribed circle, and I have mentioned something to do with bisecting, as bisecting the sides and angles. Now for us to construct a circle, we are going to stand at the point where the two the point where the two arcs met, and of course we are going to construct a circle that touches point P and point Q. This is the circle. This is the circle that touches point P and a Q. Very well. This is the circle. So after constructing the circle, I'm going to mark equal intervals. Make sure that I have 6 sides inside the circle. So already I have one side. I want to stand at this point Q and then mark another point, which is point, let us call this point R. This is our point R. And of course, again, I stand at point R. I make an arc. I want to call this point as point S. Again, I stand at point S. Make another arc. Make another arc. And call this point T. This is our point T. I stand also at point T. Make another arc. Of course, I will call this point U. So the next thing is to join, because the length that has remained now, if you try to measure, if you try to make an arc, I think it is going to intersect. It's going to intersect with the arc, the first arc at point P. So the next thing is to use our ruler and then join the points. Use the ruler and join the points. So we are going to join these 2 points, point Q and R. Join these points Q and R. We want to use a very straight line. Just like that. The next point we want to join is the 2 points we want to join is R, in fact S and what and R. So let us join them using a very straight line. Just like that. and of course join point S to point T, point S to point T. Just like that. So the next points we want to join, the 2 points we want to join is, in fact, join point T to point U. Point T to point U. Just like that. And of course, the last one we want to do is T and P, U and P, U and P. Good. Now, that is all about the second method. Thank you for watching. I would like to get your feedback on which method you think is convenient and very easy to use. Between method 1 and method 2, which one did you find easy? Which one do you prefer? And which one do you think is the easiest? We have the first method and the second method. So drop your comment below the comment section, and I will react to your response. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to as many of your friends as possible. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Bye bye.